Yo, isn't the world fucking crazy right now? Hell yeah. But do you know what's even crazier? This band Vile Mind, that's from Huntington, West Virginia, that I have on my podcast today. So, lucky for you guys, lucky for us, we are fortunate enough to learn a little bit about West Virginia hardcore, Huntington specifically. If you're not familiar with the area, it's south of Columbus, kind of east of Louisville, Kentucky. So when you got that geography, you kind of understand. It's a cool-ass area. Appalachian, however you say it. That's where they're from. And the band fucking kicks ass. And cool-ass dudes. Sometimes you do a podcast and you have a whole lot of questions to ask because you have questions. You want to know these things. But with these dudes, fucking Mike and Nate, dude, coolest dudes, one of the most natural flowing conversations I've had in a long time, man. Especially over Zoom, it's like a different thing, and I haven't done a Zoom one in quite some time. I did one with Nino from the Death or Glory festival. So, R.I.P. That's actually being pushed back a little bit due to some city issues. Fuck them. Fuck that. On the other hand, Vile Mind city is actually helping them. Some people within the city are helping them rather establish some things like a non-profit organization, and maybe in the future they can't announce anything. They are being helped out with a potential venue, which is super awesome. They're building it from the ground up right now, doing a lot of stuff in their scene. They have been able to pack some shows out because there has been a dire need for some sort of subculture or outlet for the youth in that area, especially affected by the opioid epidemic down there that's been ongoing for as long as I can remember, and probably most of you as well. It's been pretty hit hard in the South, and as well, up here in Michigan, Detroit especially, a lot of fentanyl, heroin, dirty fucking drugs, shit like that, has been a problem. So it's everything that somebody here can relate to, and it's a strong message within their band. It's just another thing people can vibe with, understand, relate to, and that's why we're here, man. Fuck the outside. We're here. This is the inside. This is where it's where you can find whatever you're looking for that you can't find in the real world. Let's leave it at that. But they've been hitting the ground running hard. They got an EP out. It's fucking badass. They have really good videos on Instagram and shit like that. Check all that out. Live on YouTube, man. So all I gotta say is this band fucking rules. These guys are cool as shit. They're doing something really positive within their local scene. And if you can't get on board with that, you get the fuck out. No, I'm playing. These dudes are cool as shit. And support them, share them, follow them, send them to Jamie Josta. You'll see why I said that. And also, they love hardcore. They love bands. Fucking roll through their town. You're guaranteed a good show. They're really building something cool down there. And besides that, Friday and Saturday this weekend, D-Block Sissy Boys doing the Michigan State shows. Friday is in Ann Arbor with Anadonia. Like I said, Sissy Boys. I don't have it with me right now, but it's going to be a cool-ass show. And then the one in Lansing is going to be Sissy Boys as well, D-Block obviously, then Cyclops from Chicago, On Shit from MH Chaos, Holding My Own, Sector, all that shit. This is his newest project with Pat from woo! That band, what the fuck, you know what I'm talking about. And it rules. Queensway, Jesus Christ. But they are bad as fuck, and you can see them in Lansing with that other Mexican band name. I'm not even going to butcher it. C. Dios something. And they are also awesome. they bring the heat. Shows are always fun. I've only seen them in Chicago, I think twice, and it's been fucking awesome. So they rule. And I don't know, just fucking get to a show. Get to a show next week. Yeah, No Time and Sikkim, SIKM at Edgemen. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday. I believe Wednesday. That's going to be fucking awesome because Death in Custody is playing at Edgemen. And I believe it's also the Sissy Boys are on that. And another band and another band and another band. And it just keeps fucking going. Better get with the program and check the Instagram. See what the hell's going on because there's so much. And with all that being said, thank you, Vile Mind, Nate and Mike. You guys are fucking awesome. And shout out to the rest of the band for being, just fucking good musicians and creating something awesome. And back them, get them out there. Like I said, this is the most positive band and cause I've ever seen. The most need for a good hardcore scene is in Huntington, West Virginia. So when they got what they got going on here soon, whenever they decide to announce and can do what they got to do, there's going to be a big, awesome show down there. We're all going to be a part of it and support them, love them, shout out. And here's the episode. Thank you. Vile Mind, the hottest shit coming out of the Appalachian Mountains.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
Down in the holler, up on the hill, everywhere.
Yeah, thanks for having us come on, dude.
We appreciate it.
I'm definitely looking forward to this. I got to get out of the way right now. I got to give my wife credit. She found you guys somehow. I don't know how. I'm on iPhone, on Apple Music or something, just in an algorithm.
That's what's up.
And she showed me and just everybody. It seemed like it was a fucking everyone got swept by Vile Mind over the past couple months. In my opinion, everybody I know fucks with you guys. But,
that means a lot, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Fuck yeah, bro.
Just fucking random shit.
Dude.
She's like, check out this band, fucking Vile Mind. She's doing her research. She's they're in somewhere in West Virginia. I was like, oh, we love West Virginia because my wife's aunt lives right by them, by Wheeling, West Virginia, down by the Ohio River.
Yeah.
And so we're like, fuck, that's sick because it doesn't seem like there's a crazy scene in that area or down there, but I know you guys are a little bit further from Wheeling, Huntington, you mentioned, and dude, according to the videos, y'all got a pretty sick scene there. And I don't know if there's just nothing big that's come out of that area in a while for it to be highlighted, or so y'all just showed up on the scene and said, hey, we're here.
Well, yeah, our scene has a weird kind of history, especially in Huntington. So in Huntington, we're 3.5 hours from Morgantown. That's a whole other world to us. We're in, Southwest West Virginia. We're right on the border of Kentucky and Ohio. So we're 2 hours from Louisville, 2 hours from Columbus, an hour and a half to Lexington, 2.5 hours to Cincinnati. But we have a college here. We have Marshall University, which is it's a big college and shit. So in the I went to my first show in 2001 and I was 12. So around that time, up until the early 2000s, there was a really big fucking scene here. The first show I ever went to was Hatebreed and Sworn Enemy and Poison the Well. And it was before Perseverance had come out. It was right before that. And I walked into this show and it was packed and it was insane. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. So I just wanted to do that forever. And there was plenty of opportunities to do it back then. And we had a venue called High Amp, and we had every band you could imagine come through High Amp, but no hardcore band from West Virginia really got, Mike, you can correct me if I'm wrong, really got any kind of eyes from the country.
It's hard to get eyes on us here. We're looked at as the underdogs in a way, you know what I mean? So, especially like Nate was saying, the surrounding scenes are Louisville, Columbus, Lexington. Those are strong hardcore scenes. So I think a lot of people try to migrate there more than coming in and seeing what West Virginia has to offer. But when people do, it fucking rocks their goddamn head because something special here, bro.
It's the early 2000s, our venue died. And so the opioid epidemic was getting really, really, really bad then. We so many victims of that shit and that's, that was one of the major factors in the scene getting crushed, is that there was no all ages venue. The opioid epidemic was raging out of fucking control. And the only place to have shows for a while was either in a house or at this bar, and kids couldn't get in. And so there was really not a thriving hardcore scene here at all for, I don't know, 10 years or so. And it's been like just kind of revitalized in the last 6 months to a year. Me and Mike have always played music. We've been in different bands, been in the same bands. We've done it since we were kids. It's just no one ever heard our shit because we're from West Virginia. And it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe we just sucked ass, but nobody ever really cared about it until now. It's like maybe we just needed 20 years of learning how to play hardcore, and now people finally kind of dig it. You know what I mean?
Find our fucking sound, I guess.
Yeah.
Look, man, you guys really took me by surprise. Like, obviously, you mentioned Louisville and Columbus, and you guys being so near to there. Like, I don't know. Everybody, it's like that's like the highlight, because those are, like you said, of like very strong scenes. And if people are migrating there, then kind of leaves you guys down there. But I mean, when something fucking sick happens, it happens. And
I think that's what happened a lot too, is we got from where those places are so close, any big, like a lot of big shows, tend, especially now, they're not thinking about going to Huntington. They'll go somewhere near us, like a big ass like Columbus or something like that. But we decided that we were just fucking sick of it, really, is what it was. We were like, fuck this shit. We were out in January walking around in the fucking snow, trying to find a building just to have a show. I mean, we have put an insane amount of effort into the Huntington Music Collective and the shows we put on and the band, because we have to fight for every show we get. We didn't even have a place they wouldn't even let us put on a show anywhere. And I had to go deal with the city. We made a nonprofit and trying to get like public support just so we can have a place. And we've been booking shows in a church and an American Legion and shit. And now we're working with some people that are we can't announce it yet or whatever, but that are giving us a building so we can have our own all ages venue for the nonprofit. And so like,
badass, dude.
Really can't talk about Vile Mind and the band without talking about the music collective and all this.
It goes together, man.
Because there was no real scene at all. And then we booked our first show thinking that there was just going to be like 8 old heads there. And like we were going to have to wait for kids to show up. And we started promoting, and there was a need for it in the fucking community. And then literally an entire scene of people.
Like right off the bat, like 300 plus people there the first show, for real.
Just appeared.
Packed house, bro.
It was like,
waiting for it, man. Somebody just had to do it.
Just waiting for it, dude. Yes.
So everything it's all just kind of been exploding hand in hand. And like what really, I think, got us in people's eyes at first was literally our first show we ever played. We had only practiced like 4 times, and there was a video of that show. It's a black and white video where I have my knife on my belt.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And my God, the internet lost its mind because I had a knife.
They love the knife or they fucking hate the knife.
Yeah, like violence. Yeah,
bro, that video has like almost 1 million views.
No fucking way. That's so bad.
Dude, 2 months after we posted it, I turned the commenting off because it was every day just fighting and talking shit and calling me every fucking thing in the book. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, people here in West Virginia, I assume every man, woman, and child has a knife on them at every... In West Virginia, there's not even gun laws. You can conceal carry or open carry. You can have as many... And people have knives. And I guess just in other parts of the country, that's not a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
People hated it.
Men have knives, okay?
Yeah, right.
Say Love it.
We use it all. Yeah, but so that definitely helped get us in people's eyes. And then it was after that the EP came out. And then the EP kicks, people thought it kicked ass. So we've just been doing everything we can to get eyes on not just Vile Mind, but
try to put it in the hands of the right. Try to put it in the hands of the right people, And we got a lot of support from like Chad Lawson, which has done a bunch of cool hardcore artwork. He did our cover for our EP.
I love it, by the way.
On that.
Yeah, that thing turned out sick as fuck. And like what's been really awesome too, man, is like how cool people in the hardcore community have been, because dude, me and Mike, just like you, I'm sure, we're just hardcore kids that got old, dude.
Yeah.
I
I'm 38.
participate.
For reference, how old are you guys? I'm
38. I'm 37.
Okay.
I'm 39.
Okay. Yeah.
So I participate at hardcore shows. I fucking love hardcore.
Hell yeah.
Like, and so we're at This Is Hardcore this year, and we're standing around with guys that we've been looking up to since we were children. You know what I mean? Like Greg from the Mongoloids and Brian from Death Before Dishonor and Joe Hardcore. And these guys that have been really cool to us and to Vile Mind and sharing our shit and just standing and talking to them. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm telling you, man, dude. Yeah, it's not
been
like
crazy.
You feel out of place. You're like, why am I here, dude? Yeah.
Seriously. Shout out Marauder. Marauder's been digging us, man. They've been really nice, dude. They've been so fucking kind to us, for real. Like,
that's so badass. And it's like full circle. And it's shit you've looked up to. It's your influences. And then you get to either share a stage or share the fucking back room with them or high five and introduce yourself. And it's to people that we've looked up to, you know, for 20, 25 years in a sense. And you're like, oh yeah, he's just like a peer now. Like he's like a friend or you know, someone I could, you know, just hug. Like what?
Exactly.
It felt like we were standing there with these guys that I've been, you know, literally idolizing my entire life. And they're asking us like if we're hanging out later. And I'm like, who the fuck? Are you talking to me?
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. I did on my podcast with Freddie Madball before. Like,
man,
that's I was like, what the fuck? I mean, Jeff G from Cold as Life hooked me up, which that in and of itself is weird to be like call him a friend. You know, I only did, and then obviously the Terror Zone podcast because Cold as Life is one of my favorite bands, and it happened to be from where I'm from, and I didn't even know Jeff until I decided to start this, and I was like, it wouldn't be right if I didn't ask you first if I can call it this first of all, and you should probably be my first guest if you're into it. And
that's like, badass.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, dude, just to call him a friend after that, hang out, go to barbecues, you know.
Like, well, I think people just they are drawn to and recognize authenticity. When we're doing this because we just love hardcore, dude. We always have. It's just been something that got a hook in me when I was a child. And we just want to be a voice for our people that are suffering down here and fucking play hardcore around the country whenever we can. And I feel like if people, you know, obviously people see that you're authentic and what you're doing is to further hardcore and the message. And then people want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? People want to vibe with that because it's real. It's real.
Yeah, man. And everybody can, you know, somehow put their own spin on it and put in their 2 cents and their voice and whatever platform. If you're in a band or a podcast or a zine, you could find a couple more people that'll show up and maybe inspired or start a band or not kill themselves or stop doing drugs. You know, there's a lot to it.
One of the, you know, aside from the message of the lyrics or whatever, people come to hardcore shows to feel like they're a part of something greater than themselves. So humans feel at ease like that. When you feel a part of a group and you're around people, it's healing. You know what I mean?
It's a bond, man. It's like a bond. It's therapy, you know, like you go for therapy, man. Like
every time we have a show and there's kids out in the parking lot fucking skateboarding and we're grilling hamburgers and little kids running around, I'm like, this is why the fuck we do this. When we're having a band play and their 70, 80-year-old parents are in the crowd jamming or they got their dad playing bass with them. And it's like, this is why hardcore exists. This is for community. This is so we can guide each other in the right direction because a lot of the kids that come to our shows, bro, they don't have parents. All their parents died in the opioid epidemic. They're being raised by their grandparents. They don't have guidance. So it's nice for the adults like me and Mike and everybody involved in the HMC and all the bands to be there as observers to help them, guide them, but not as parental figures. You know what I mean? Because we have to be leaders in our community right now the best we can because shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? People are sick.
Dude. And I'm glad you're able to, you know, reach at least a small percentage of either the youth or a struggling teenager or a young adult. You know, you don't have to be a certain age to find it. A lot of people find it young, but, you know, somebody's got nowhere to go and they see the Huntington Music Collective and I like music and go check this out. fucking
Right.
meet
And
you
so
guys, someone to look up to, dude. That's awesome.
I'm a tattooer, obviously, so I tattoo some of the young kids that come to the shows and shit, and they're going to Marshall campus like street team style and putting up. I
Throwing
give them
up
paper
flyers.
flyers.
They're starting zines and stuff now. Like they're doing like old school shit that we did. You know what I mean? And like the kids are coming in, and at first they might not, know what to do or know the mosh moves or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then the last show, this kid that was coming, kind of just like standing in the corner, looking around, bobbing his head, was now fucking like spin kicking and having a good time, man. Like he's getting it. He's understanding, what it's about, and like it's just cool to see. Plus, like we're all dads, man. So like all of our kids are there and they're growing up around it, and it's kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool to just see our kids growing up around each other, growing up in the same stuff that we did, and it's just humbling, man. It really is.
Yeah, and to speak on what Mike was talking about, it's like if you want like when we were kids, right, early 2000s, hardcore was different. Hardcore was a lot scarier. It was way meaner.
Yeah.
It was
Unwelcoming.
very
Yeah.
right. It was very clicky. Like if you were the new metal kids at the show, you were gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean?
100%.
And so I'll be totally honest. That's why fucking scenes die. Is because there's no kids that are allowed to become hardcore kids back then because they all got beat the fuck up. They didn't,
because everyone was gatekeeping that shit, man.
People go where the love is. And if you want people to be involved in hardcore, and if you really give a fuck about hardcore and you want to continue it, then why do you not want to draw people in? Why? So when we have a group of new metal kids at the show that are push moshing, it's like, fuck yeah, let them do their thing. They'll see all of us doing ours, and they'll figure it out because they obviously want to be here. And now guess what? We got 10 new college kids that had no idea about hardcore fucking into hardcore. And our scene just grew by so many kids.
Yep.
And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So that's why it's been successful, is because we came into it with the intention that we were going to have a real life community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like actually take care of each other and make sure we're fed and, shit like that. And so that's why it's been doing really great, I think.
Look, man, I can't say enough good things about the movement you guys are doing down there, because I'm going to get it. We can get into it a little bit, but like the opioid epidemic fucking down there has always been fucked. Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, Florida, everywhere in the South has been really fucking bad. And one of your guys' videos, you have a little history about what's been going on in there. Is any personal experiences? Anything really really sticks out for you guys that you would make it like a highlight of your band in a way with what you talk about?
Yeah. So,
I mean, that's pretty much the story of all mine.
Yeah. So everyone down where we're from, everyone I know or meet in a day has been directly affected by the opioid epidemic and the disease of addiction. I personally am in recovery. I've been clean for like 13 years now. I got clean in 2013.
Congrats.
Yeah. So like, I am the type of junkie you see walking on the fucking street in the Sheets parking lot, you begging for money kind of guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people around here that are super duper sick like that, but there's hope for them. But a lot of our people have died. I mean, we've all lost unspeakable amount of friends. I've put so many people in the physical ground with my fucking hands. It's like, it became to the point there a few years ago when the overdoses were at their highest with the carfentanil and shit. It became totally normal, just a normal everyday occurrence for you to lose someone that you knew, or your friend to have lost a loved one or something like that. So the mentality of people in this region and in Appalachia is that it's survival. It's not dreaming. It seems like people have a very low ceiling on their head of what's possible because things around here have been so bleak for so long.
Because we're constantly fighting to survive.
Yeah. So, there's food deserts and abandoned buildings everywhere and people on the fucking street. Every other house is a recovery house. And you know what I mean? And it just leads people to have a perception of life here as a certain negative way. So our intention with Vile Mind and with the Music Collective was to give people hope. And my intention and Mike's intention and the band's intention was to be relentless and ruthless in getting our fucking name out to people so the eyes of the nation and hardcore would look at West Virginia and see what we got going on here. We have so many cool bands and young kids starting bands and old heads in fucking bands.
We have so much to offer.
It will give people hope that they can do it too. Oh, they could go play LDB or This Is Hardcore because this band did it. That's from here. We've never had a band that's got to play a cool fest like that. No one's ever asked any band from here to do that shit. So it's like we're trying to further hardcore, not just for Vile Mind, but for hardcore's sake in this community because it is literally saving people's lives.
Badass, man. That's a fucking hell of a rant, and dude, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys do it, and you're personally affected, and you've come out stronger, and you're helping people, dude. That's awesome. What about you, Mike? Anything similar like that, or are you just fucking looking out for the better of everybody and
just
trying to do the
looking
right
out for
thing?
the better for everyone? Like Nate was saying, like we've had to fucking bury tons and tons of our fucking friends. We've lost so many people around here, and we're just trying to give a safe space for people to come and enjoy themselves, even if it's just for like those couple hours to enjoy themselves and like free their minds for a little bit and feel like they have somewhere to go, feel like they have somewhere safe to be. A lot of people live on the streets here. A lot of people struggle. A lot of people grow up in broken homes here, or like Nate was saying earlier, don't even have a family at all. So if we can just provide just a little bit of, kind of comfort for people to enjoy themselves, I think that's mainly what Vile Mind and the Huntington Music Collective's mission is right now.
Absolutely. Because people need a place to go, man. And people need a sanctuary, and people need to be able to come to a show and participate in any way they want. Like if you want to go in and mosh and get punched in the face, that's awesome. If you want to hang out in the back and bob your head, that's cool. There has to be, like you said, space for everybody to come in and understand what hardcore is so we can further it, because we need it. You know what I mean? We need it. And it's like just deeply ingrained in the culture here and our background. And so it's emotional and it invokes intense feelings in me that, dude, I cry like twice a day over this shit, feeling like we need, I don't know. It's just like a burning fire in us to make it happen. You know what I mean?
Dude, awesome. Can I ask you, you mentioned a couple times, but can you, any origins on the Huntington Music Collective? Is that like a building? Because you had like a flag like hanging in the back, yeah. And if I'm thinking, is that like the same thing, or is that a venue, or is it just like a thing that exists?
So the Huntington Music Collective was really this has all been so crazy, dude. I mean, the universe has just been like dumping gifts on us like left and right. We started in January. Me, my wife, Brendan, Anthony, Mike. I mean, you name it. There's a whole list of motherfuckers I could give you. All people from the scene back in the day who really hadn't communicated a whole lot in a couple years, like raising our families and doing shit. It was all just kind of happened all at once that we all just reconnected out of nowhere with this vigor to have a scene again for us and for the kids and for community. You know what I mean? So that's when we just started going around. A few of us just Googling, looking around town, trying to find a venue, trying to find any building somebody would unlock the fucking door so we could have a hardcore show.
And the reason we've changed buildings so many times is because the shows have gotten fucking huge. Like right now we have a gymnasium that's like a church gymnasium, and HMC is about to have their biggest show to date there, October 1st, Haywire.
Yeah.
With Vile Mind, Bad Terms, and a bunch of other sick bands. It's going to be awesome, dude.
Yeah, so when we really just had the idea to have like a group of like 10 of us that were committed to throwing in like $50 a week so we could just have some local bands play just to give kids something to do. But then we started posting about it and it just fucking blew up. Like the commute people that aren't even involved in hard I have no idea what hardcore is. Like, dude, we had accountants and lawyers and city council people.
People helping us write grants, like
Dude,
just
Awesome.
we had a lawyer slash city councilwoman find me. She wasn't even my friend. Helped us start the nonprofit. Was like getting us in with members of the city, and like every time there is like a problem, the solution is just presenting itself because it's just what we're supposed to be doing, I guess. But we don't have a building yet. We've been renting out different event spaces, and right now we've been working with this church that has a building across the street that it's like a gym kind of thing. But like I was saying a few minutes ago, we're been working with this company who I can't say who it is and can't announce or whatever, but they were gifting us our own building, so we will have our own all ages venue to do all kinds of shit that we have planned to do in there, because we have like working with grant writers. So we want to have like build a studio and record bands demos and teach kids how to like produce music and work on the stage and the sound and have music lessons and all kinds of shit, dude. Movie nights and hardcore bingo. Shit for the community.
Like flea markets, like whatever. Just
dude, that's how you know your community is really fucking drowning, is when you got city council people and lawyers and regular ass people who would probably say, no, that looks horrible. Or, if they don't know that it's actually a positive movement and
they
really
can tell, and they can tell we're hungry. They can tell that we have passion behind everything we're doing. And I think everyone's just willing to give a hand. I live in Charleston, which is about 40 minutes away from Huntington. But like, there's some people down here that are doing some stuff too. And it's just like, we're all working together, and it's just, it's really cool to see. There's like a bunch of shows coming up and surrounding, the Charleston Huntington area lately. Like, we've got Cro-Mags this weekend. Next weekend we have Shattered Realm and Bayway. And then a couple of days right after that's the Haywire show. I mean, it's just like crazy big fucking bands coming through, and seeing what West Virginia hardcore has to offer. It's been awesome, man.
Yeah, it has been awesome, and it's been cool with everybody being so nice to us about all this, because like a lot of we've been going to these fests and like handing out our stickers, and I'll just get on stage and be like, "You guys ripped! I love your band. Here's some Vile Mind shit." You know what I mean? And like everybody's been so cool that they've been like, "Oh, we'll hit you up," and then they do, and then we book the fucking show, and like there's lots of people that are obviously involved with this. I mean, every time we put on a show, we have to get there at like 10 a.m. and set up the stage and the sound and the this and the that. And so, I mean, it's a whole thing, but it's great because everybody is involved. Everybody that's involved is involved with the same kind of passion for hardcore. And they're just using whatever strengths they have to add to the team. Like he was saying, like Tom up in Charleston, which is about 40 minutes from us. He's working his ass off, losing money left and right just to book shows so people to have something to go to. Like he booked the Cro-Mags and the Shattered Realm show up there. So we have a lot going on now. And so people, we had to announce the Shattered Realm and the Shattered Realm and the Haywire show on the same day. And we were worried, like, oh fuck, are these going to cancel each other out? But everyone was just like, "Oh my god, both of these really, we were like,
yeah." Dude, that's a celebration for you guys, man. Because for some reason I still can't even figure out like the a geography of where you guys are at. I'd have to look at a map, because it seems like you're like almost under Ohio. If like I can imagine, like in my head.
Yeah. So where I live, where Huntington is, it's
the bottom right of Ohio, maybe
right across from South Point, Ohio, which is the southernmost point of Ohio. And then right next to that is Ashland, Kentucky. So we're like in a little tri-state area, right, dipping under Ohio and Kentucky.
Okay. the reason why I was thinking this, I was wondering like the routing of like shows and tours. Like, does it make sense like to make a stop if you guys have a thriving scene, or is it like out of the way like Detroit is? We're an hour off any fucking turnpike or main highway that's not in Michigan. So if you're coming to Michigan, Detroit, you have to go out of the way because you can go from Pittsburgh to Cleveland to fucking Chicago or Indiana to Chicago without having to go up the hour to Michigan.
Yeah, I think we probably do get bypassed a good bit, don't we, Mike? I don't know,
Yeah, for
but
the most part. I mean, like if you want to go to Lexington or Louisville, you definitely pass through us. But like going up into like Cleveland and stuff like
You're
that,
way out of the way.
it kind
Yeah.
of gets out of the way. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. If you're going to Louisville or Lexington, you have to pass through here because that 64 turns in. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's probably why we are kind of out of the way. And I mean, it's not anybody's fault that no one looks at West Virginia for fucking hardcore. It's West Virginia. Who the fuck thinks hardcore's coming out of West Virginia?
Not many, dude. Like, the only person I've ever heard really mention it, honestly, was Joe Hardcore. He said there used to be this a spot in Wheeling, West Virginia, and I don't know about anything else he's ever said, but I think like Shattered Realm played in Wheeling before, and like I said at the beginning, like that's like 30 minutes from like my aunt or my wife's aunt, but it's like as soon as you get in, I don't know, that's a region part of Ohio and like West Virginia and Wheeling specifically. It's like once you cross the Ohio River, you're just like, this is a different place and not for the best, like not for the better. It's like how you explain, people in that region are just like on survival mode. And it's like, what the fuck? Everyone's fucked up. You got junkies at every exit, every corner, and people walking, crazy people outside the stores. And
yeah, dude, it is, bro. The street outside of where I work is insane. It's like murder sheets, dude. For
That's
real.
the craziest fucking sheets of all time. It's the craziest sheets you'll ever fucking go to.
I'm not going.
Bro, I was thinking about that venue in Wheeling. I was only ever at that venue one fucking time, and that's that time homie smashed that dude in the face with the beer bottle.
Oh,
for 3 goddamn years.
Damn. Oh shit. But no. And once again about Wheeling, I meant to bring this up earlier. I'm a truck driver, so I would train like new drivers on how to like drive better. And I trained this guy who had just got out of prison because he was taking a Greyhound bus from Detroit to somewhere in West Virginia with like a bunch of heroin like on the weekends, and he'd rent like a motel and sell, I don't know, in any amount that he could fucking get rid of in a weekend and just completely wreck that fucking region for whatever, or at least like that block, that neighborhood for a weekend would, how many overdoses happen. And, he finally fucking went to prison for it when he got out. Then he got a DUI in a semi truck a couple months later. Like, fucking idiot, dude.
Damn, DUI in the semi truck.
Yeah, God. What happened because he hit a deer, and so fucked his whole truck up because he hit a deer, and he was drunk driving like a fucking idiot. And
fuck, dude.
What's that, right, Rob? You play music, bro? Have you ever played music?
No, I don't play. I had a guitar for a long time, but I just pick it up and put it down, pick it up and put it down, and never really stuck to it. Although I kick myself in the ass. I look at fucking guitars like 3 times a month. I'm like, I'm gonna buy one. I have an amp and everything.
Dude, good, bro.
Yeah,
you're the man, Rob.
Yeah, dude.
I know it's fucking hard, dude, but it's fun.
It
like I can riff and drop D. I can make some sounds.
Yeah,
one finger it to death, but
the hardest thing
right?
about being in a
power
fucking
chords
band.
and
The hardest thing about being in a band is trying to get all of us together to fucking play music because everybody's got kids and work and this and that. Dude, we played more shows than we have practiced. We've only practiced like 5 fucking times. We have to use our shows as a reason to get together and play fucking music.
Look, man, you're all fucking responsible, hardworking humans, and
I know, dude. I wish
awesome.
we were just playing music all the time. We need.
The cool thing is that you're still doing it because a lot of people our age, they're fucking boring squares who do nothing. They go to, I like a pumpkin patch, but that's what they do in the fall time. They go to one pumpkin patch and then Christmas happens and that's their highlight. Or they, they don't do shit. They sit at home and get yelled at,
Yeah,
and,
fuck that.
So it's cool that, you keep the passion going and you have friends who love it and you want to still do it too.
Yeah, and just like you, it's great. It's like, our families are into it. Our wives are looking up bands, and the kids are into it. So it's not just like something we have to sneak off and do. This is just it's just everyone's life. You know what I mean?
All
so
the
it's
time.
fucking great. Yeah,
Community.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see my wife like into hardcore now. Like, like it's just cool. It's like you saying, like just looking up bands and shit and like telling me about shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. When I'm the one to be like, yeah, I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're great,
Yeah.
But especially doing like the podcast and shit, like I really have to put an effort into finding new shit because I will stall out and I don't care. I'll put on fucking Peace and Security 100 times in a row.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that,
Yeah, it's like, why do I need more music when Hatebreed already put out everything?
With Hate.
I don't need to hear any. Hatebreed exists,
but dude, shout out to your wife for finding fucking Valmont.
I know, man. Shout out Stephanie P.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. So we've got some cool shows planned. We're playing with Haywire, and then we're playing in Brooklyn on October 11th, and then we're playing in Pittsburgh at Preserving
Underground.
Yeah, with Years Spent Cold and Power of Fear and some other bands. Oh, and
Fire in the Blood.
Fire in the Blood.
Yeah.
Shout out those dudes. Sick, those motherfuckers. They're cool as hell. And I saw them at This Is Hardcore and was like, holy shit,
they
man.
fucking rip, bro.
They ripped.
Man. Yeah, from Pittsburgh's badass, dude.
The day after that, November 15th in Louisville. And what we're trying to do is we've got a bunch of new material that we need to work on and record. So we're going to try to record again in the beginning of January and get another EP out in the spring, late winter, early spring or something like that.
Keep pushing like 4 or 5 songs every couple of months, keep it new.
Yeah.
Keep it fresh for people.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark. I'm going to say Mike records the music.
No.
For some reason you look like you might record music. I don't know.
Dude, I wish it'd be a lot cheaper for us, man.
Yeah. Who records for you guys? Or where do you guys go?
So his name's Jeremy D, and he has a place called Bike Path Studios. It's what part of Ohio is that, Nate?
Pomeroy,
Ohio. He's been part of the scene for a long time. He's been in a bunch of bands he's been in a band with Nate and our guitar player Ryan and stuff. He's a fucking awesome dude, and he went to school for that shit, so he knows his shit, man.
Yeah,
he made us sound fucking awesome on our
yeah, dude.
Shout out Jeremy, bro.
Yeah, Jeremy's the fucking man. Yeah, and he actually, dude, he has a really cool story too, because he recently quit his like secure corporate job to like follow his dream and record music. So he like went to school for it and set up a studio in his house and is like, doing the damn thing. So we were happy to support him because we're all doing that shit too,
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. And you guys a 4-piece? You got 5 members in the band?
Yeah, 5 of us.
Yeah, who's the other members? Shout out.
Yeah. So Ryan Herndon, who we've both been in different bands with. I've played music with Ryan since I was like 15.
He's been in every fucking band I've been in. Like,
yeah. So Ryan for sure has been one that has written the entire hardcore soundtrack of Huntington, West Virginia for the last 20 years, along with Trenton Heck. He's in Bad Terms, which is
shout out Bad Terms.
Yeah, shout out Bad Terms. They just put out an EP too that's sick as fuck. It is super evil,
it's
man.
It's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna have to check it. I have not listened to it, but I'll fucking write it down right now.
Yeah, check it out. They have an album they put out 10 years ago, and they just got back together and put out another one, and it's super sick. And then Chad Facemeyer, he's our drummer, and he's in another band called Ghost Home that's from here. They were playing already before Vile Mind got together, and they fucking rip. They're like more of like Nails-ish kind of.
Okay.
Nails or Converge or some shit like
that. They are
They've been holding it down, dude. They were holding it down while we were all taking a break. Like they were still like just fucking.
They're killing it. So yeah, that's 5 of us, and yeah, we've all played hardcore in some capacity or other with each other or not for I don't know, long time now.
20+ years.
Yeah.
Nice. Mike, were you in any other bands that did anything like significant outside of where you're from, or just a bunch of local bands before this? Or
I've just been in a bunch of local bands. The other than Violmind, like the most successful band I was in was a band called Cold and Distant. We played around here. Shout out Jordan James. He lives in Chicago now, but we both lived in San Francisco for a little bit, and we started that band out there, and then brought it back down when we moved back when my son was born. We moved back here, and dude, we just Chad, our drummer Chad, he was actually in that band too, and then Ryan, like we were saying, which is in every fucking West Virginia hardcore band. He was.
Yeah, Mike was in a sick metal band when we were kids too, called Mortalism.
Yeah, dude, fucking just straight up thrash metal, bro.
Yeah, I was in some. I started playing shows when I think I was like 14. We had a band called It All Ends Now. Then we had a band called Hold Your Own, and then we were in a band called Hard Times, which we played out a good bit. We have 2 albums on Bandcamp. Hard Times did. But that's and I was in a metalcore-ish death metal band called Beyond All Hope that was from here that gained some popularity locally back in the day.
Cool.
But yeah, that's about it.
Nice,
dude. My first band when I was 13 years old was called Undead Hatred.
Oh shit!
We actually covered Hatebreed. I think everyone covers Hatebreed.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to. With your guys' like your discography isn't huge, and when like set time wise, like is there any songs that you guys like to cover, or we keep it secret for the shows? Do you guys cover shit at all, or just play all the hits?
No, we don't. We want to cover all kinds of songs, but we don't ever get to practice, so we can't ever play. We're like, we have all these ideas of like this Blood for Blood song or this part from a Hatebreed song, but we don't ever practice. So when we do practice, we're like, we need to write some new material before we get stagnant here. So no, we don't have any.
We usually covers. Just putting out originals right now.
Yeah, no
I guess
covers
is good.
Yet.
We've got some cool ideas though.
Dude, what I'm looking forward? I'm looking forward to the future already. What I think is going to be awesome, and when I'll make my way down to you guys, is when whatever you guys got cooking, I know you're going to have a grand opening banger of a fucking show. And I'm sure you have no plans on that yet, but I can't wait to hear about it. And fuck, man, I'll definitely come down. I'll get tattooed. We'll come down and have dinner like gentlemen. And,
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that would be so cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. Try to get all the friends we've made over the past 6 months get together and make some big ass crazy show, dude. So it's really weird, like just strange connections throughout all this, because like I know this guy named Mike Spence. He's from here, but he moved to Detroit several years ago when we were kids. But he's always come back and forth. Well, he is the brother-in-law of the bass player in D Block, right? And he was always friends with Rich. And we met Rich a long time ago when we were kids. So it was weird to see him like, holy shit, you're much bigger now. Like, holy fuck, what the hell's going on?
He's big,
yeah. And then Cam, I've never met Cam, but he's been really cool to us. And we've been trying to set up a show with them. And I just thought that it's been on my mind. So I thought it was cool. You were from up that way. I saw you were from Detroit and you had the hat on. I was like, man, that would be cool. We need to do an EP release show with E-Blog. That would be fucking awesome.
That would be sick.
Set that shit up. We can make it happen.
Yeah,
Rich, I know you're listening, motherfucker.
Yeah, Rich. You're the man.
No, see, Rich is one I've known him. There's only a few people that I've known like as long as I've been going to shows, and Rich is one of them, and he's always been fucking solid, real ass dude. So
yeah, he's been very cool to us, and just cool to me in general. And it's just been nice to because I put myself out there, dude. I message people I don't really have any business messaging.
Like, dude, you got
what's up, dude? We're here. Like, what's going on?
Dude, when we fucking put out our EP, like Nate and I and the rest of the dudes, I mean, we probably sent it to fucking hundreds of motherfuckers that we have no business sending this shit.
Yo, Jamie Josta, check it out.
Literally,
we did, bro. Like,
yes, dude's my idol.
Jamie Josta, if you're listening, bro.
Yeah, seriously, open your DMs, dude.
Yeah, look, bitch.
Bro, I'll be
everybody who listens to this, send it to Jamie Josta.
Please.
Please.
And if you don't, you're a bitch.
Yeah. Dude, like I said, Hatebreed was my first show. That was like my favorite band growing up. I've seen them like 30 fucking times, and I cannot figure out how to get my music to this motherfucker. He's got a steel pad around him. Dude.
Yeah, I love it. No, man, he's done a lot for a lot of people, you know, including me. And just like his music alone, you know, I didn't know who they were till, you know, like Perseverance. You know, I've said it before on here, but like I Will Be Heard is like the first song I heard, and like, when you hear it, it's just like, I can relate to this. It's not, you know, like metal, like Ozfest metal. You know, that's what I knew. You know, shit like that. And I listen like street punk, but like, holy shit, like this guy's he's really saying something to me right now. Why do I feel it? You know, you're like, wow.
Oh yeah, dude, they're the fucking shit. And he has a very unique way of giving his message. You know what I mean? And like, especially those first few albums, they're just like, what the fuck? This was divinely written. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like
Satisfaction's top 4 hardcore albums of all time.
Yeah. He's like a prophet, you know, like everybody heard what he was saying and was like, hell yeah, this matters, you know. Whatever though. Dude, shit. I mean, obviously you plan on doing new music soon. You're trying to fucking pack as many shows in, you know, strike while the iron's hot type shit.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Especially when you guys got kids, full-time jobs, like if I know where I'm going with this, you guys are just fucking making it work for your scene and bringing a highlight to what you guys love down there and really creating something positive for people who may have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to all of you guys. But your kids, like you said, like your kids love the shit. Are they getting into it, or are they just being?
My kids are a little bit younger than Nate's kids. Like Nate's kids are totally into it. They've been like if I was their age, knowing I got to see all the fucking shit that Nate and his wife have taken their kids to, it's really fucking awesome, man. Like they took them to LDB and shit. My kids are younger. They're getting into it. You know what I mean? They're only like 10 and 11, so like they're figuring it out. Like my son, he hit the pit last time he was at the show. He was like, Bob, and I was like, "Did you see me, Dad? Did you see me go in there?" I was like, "Yeah, I saw you almost get your fucking head knocked off."
Nobody cares about you, son.
Yeah,
head on a swivel.
Yeah. So one of my daughters, she was already kind of into like hardcore adjacent stuff, and she was into like black metal and like weird edgy shit. You know what I mean? And then my other daughter, she figured out how to rebel against. We always made a joke like, how are they going to rebel against us when we don't give a shit about anything? And it was
we're the rebels.
Radio country. My daughter, my older daughter, she was into all the radio country and the Morgan Wallen and the this and that and all. Like they split personalities or something. But I started taking her to hardcore because, like I was explaining to her before we went, that hardcore is something you have to experience in person. Like listening to the music is awesome once you know how that's gonna make you feel and at the show and like being around people. And so after going a couple times and her getting it or whatever, she's like, you know, she doesn't listen to a whole lot of it, but she loves being at the shows, and she'll get she got her tooth chipped. She'll get in the pit. She was at LDB and some big dude jumped straight on her head. She was sobbing and all fucked up. So
look what you did.
They're into it. The kids are all right.
Dude, yeah, the kids are all right. That's funny though. Here's my son. He's 18. He loves it. Like he fucking loves it. And going to all the shows, fucking hanging out.
Oh, yeah,
he's not much of a mosher, but he's like, I want to. He's like, I want to. I'm like, just fucking do it.
You gotta get in there.
Yeah, they're like, just do it, man. Like, I won't look, I promise.
Bro, I was saying this when we went to LDB. Every time I go to a show, especially one that's out of my area or I don't know people, I'm always really anxious at first. I'm always really nervous. Like head on a swivel. Like everyone's there for the same reason, but I'm all scared. And I think that's probably the common
like I'm gonna get jumped. Why am I gonna get jumped?
Right, for no reason. Exactly. Like, and we all think that when we're all just trying to be bros, but we're all just like, oh my God. Anyway, I never feel like I'm really a part of hardcore in the scene and the show until I go participate. Until I get in the pit or go jump or scream. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I remember why we're here now. Everything's fine. But until then, I'm like, whoa, freaking out, man.
I'm the same way. I get all antsy and a little tense, like that whole night.
Why?
It's because we're old as fuck and we
Yeah.
grew up when it was fucking hard as fuck to go to a hardcore show. You'd get your ass beat for looking at someone wrong, or you'd
I know.
wore the fucking wrong band shirt or something. You get fucking jumped outside.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you go and there'd be like 40 gigantic crew dudes there.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh fuck, man, I'm gonna get killed.
I know. So I try to explain it to my wife because every time before our show, she's like, I see you got your pre-show jitters. I'm like fucking huffing and puffing and pacing
Yeah,
back and
dude.
forth. I'm like, I'm gonna get in a fight. Like I feel like I'm gonna fucking get in a fight. I don't know why, but because that's
Yeah,
how it was.
dude.
It's like I'm going to the show to probably get in a fucking fight, 20 years ago. And it's like it just like sticks with you. You're like,
For sure, dude.
everybody's bigger than me, everyone's scarier than me.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You have a lot of stories you play in. What it is,
Yeah.
what I think it is that you have a lot of stories you play in your head to make you feel separate from the group because our minds want us, it's like our shitty little minds. Because once we do feel, like I was saying earlier, connected to hardcore and to the group, you feel totally fine. You feel like a part of something. But it's when you're in your own little bubble and you're thinking about yourself and how everyone's looking at me when everyone else is thinking the same thing.
No shit.
Thinking you're looking at them and you're like, well, you're looking at me and what are you thinking about me? And it's all bullshit. So you gotta go swing it out, man. You gotta go kick it out.
That's it. Hey, man, you couldn't say it. I couldn't say it any better. Nobody could have said it better. But it's funny because talking about that. But my daughter, she's 11. I've tried so hard.
Yeah.
She's like, no, not going. I've seen the videos, not interested. She's like, I'll be standing for 4 hours. I don't want to do it. Like, it'll be
That's
boring.
my daughter. She'll bring her fucking pad. She'll bring her iPad. To the show. Like,
It's
and
loud
I'm
and hot. I don't
I'm
care.
like, all right, that's cool. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you're like, well, you're not wrong. It is very loud and hot. We'll be there for about 6 hours. It's going to be an event. Yeah,
Buckle up. Take a couple Advil like Dad. You'll be all right.
Yeah, for real. God damn.
You gotta stay.
After LDB, bro, it took me like 2 weeks to recover. Bro,
No shit.
I probably just God's hate set. I lost my fucking mind because, bro, I'm telling you, I was moshing it to God's hate, and there was a split second where I realized I wasn't home and I wasn't surrounded by 15-year-old kids. That these were all grown men consenting
adults
to be in this pit.
Like, oh yeah,
I was like, well, let's fucking go then. I didn't realize I could go off, and then I fucking regretted it, bro.
Oh, yeah. Both shoulders fucked for 2 weeks.
My Achilles tendon was locked for 3 weeks, I think.
Man.
But that's the story of Nate, though. Nate always will be like, I don't know if I'm going to, like, mosh hard tonight, man. I'm going to kind of take it easy. And then fucking next set, you just see him freak out harder than he's ever fucking freaked out before.
First note, like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
dude, during Street Power, This Is Hardcore, it was the first time I moshed after all the jitters, and I was so amped up. I was swinging backwards so hard, I spun myself around and fell over, dude. I swear to God.
Been there. It's so embarrassing. Like, fuck, like 40-year-old man just fell. That's great.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the ground.
Yeah. Dude, it's so cool. But it's so cool because what other 37, 38, 39-year-old
Exactly.
person, I know you're a tattoo artist. I don't know what your profession is, but you look somebody next to you. Are they doing that? Fuck no. Anybody that I associate with outside of hardcore, there's no chance they would ever have any interest in it. So
yeah, and we have so much fun. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun, dude. No, this is typical like hardcore jobs. Nate's a tattooer. I'm a barber.
Yeah.
So,
okay, yeah.
Typical middle-aged hardcore dude jobs.
Yeah.
I'm just a truck driver.
Yeah.
You guys are doing something you love, though. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's like and in your own way, it's both an art. You're both you're creating something in your own way, and that's
I think cool. We were just both really needed to make sure that we didn't have a boss. You know what I mean?
That's it, dude. Yeah. Make my own fucking schedule.
That's badass. Fuck it. I don't know. What else want to talk about? There's a bunch of cool shit happening. I made a list. See, let me run through my list real quick. Take a breather.
Let's hear the list.
The list. Dude, like we covered it fucking so naturally. Like I just make notes in case shit goes stale, but you guys
Nice.
Yeah, I told
awesome,
you
really.
we could yap. I told you we were yappers.
We're yappers.
Bro, and like I said, I'm like this all the time. I made Mike from Missing Link my bro. He didn't know he was going to be my bro. Now he's my bro. I'm like this all the fucking time and I can just yap. Dude, I was standing there talking to the 856 guy. This is hardcore. Telling him about our scene and all the people and what we need. I was literally shedding tears in front of this man, trying to get him on board. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Like, listen to my band.
Yeah, I did.
West Virginia.
Let me tell you about West Virginia, man. We need you to come down and take videos.
Dude, that'd be bad. Hey, man. I mean, you guys got a fucking big ass event, hopefully soon. So,
exactly.
You really gotta shine a light.
We've had, dude, like, on the note earlier talking about people helping, man, we've got this. There's a dude, his name's Mark. His Instagram is 4863 Media, and he lives in DC, but he drives up to our shows all the time and sets up all this fucking camera equipment and films these like professional grade videos. He'll make reels for bands and put them online for people.
Any of our like reels you see are pretty much from him.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, he does well because that's obviously attractive to the eye, and people will pay attention more when it's done well.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. It has been, I tell him all the time, what he does for us is invaluable to the scene because way that you have to get people's attention is through the internet. And if he's doing these professional videos, that's why people are like, well, what the fuck's going on in West Virginia? Why is this band ripping? Why does this look so good?
Why is this quality
just a community thing? It's just people hanging out. And this guy, he's the fucking man. He comes up and does this shit for free. And his whole deal is he's trying to put together a documentary about Appalachian hardcore, how the weird politics involved in the, you know what I mean, in the old coal country and like punk politics and shit. And it's just like, he's the fucking man. And so,
man, he makes it sound good. He has those fucking Martin Scorsese goddamn camera angles like coming out of the shows and shit.
Yeah, dude, it's been awesome. So he's been a super huge asset to us and like wanting to help so much. And he's been great.
Shout out to that guy. What was it again?
His name's Mark. His Instagram is 4863 Media. Yeah, you can go on there and check his shit out, dude. It's super nice. And he has like a regular corporate job or whatever, but he'll drive up from DC. What is that, 6-7 hours or some shit?
Something like that, yeah.
7 hours?
Yeah. I mean, the dude puts in work.
Badass.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck. Yeah, then you guys got to play that one Death Before Dishonor and fucking Street Power show, right? You guys were on that?
Dude. Yo, shout out Death Before Dishonor, man. They have been fucking nothing but supportive to us, for real. Like, they shouted us out at This Is Hardcore. They've done interviews telling people to go listen to our EP and shit. I can't thank them enough. Like, shout out Death Before Dishonor, Boston Hardcores.
Yeah, dude, we were at This Is Hardcore, and in between songs, Brian's like, shout out Vile Mind and West Virginia Hard. Dude, I literally cried tears for like 10 minutes just standing there like, what the fuck just happened? And then he was like, I was on stage. I told you, I get on stage and just talk to people. I was on the stage, somebody giving him a sticker, and he walked by and was like, great band. So and Street Power, those guys have been fucking awesome, putting us on, like sharing our shit. So like, then like COA and all these other people are sharing our shit. And we're like, what the fuck is happening, dude? So shout out Street Power and Death Before Dishonor for sure, because they've been awesome. And like, we were in the back and like we were talking to them like we were talking to you, like, yeah, we've sent this to everybody. And like they were like, oh, well, we're going to send it to some people too to try to get it. Like, dude, you guys rule, man. It's just like hardcore for hardcore. Authenticity, seeing it for what it is, and like just trying to further hardcore, and it's fucking
real,
awesome.
Recognizing real, dude. Like, they're fucking top notch dudes for real.
That's so badass, man. Fuck. That's so cool because you said real, recognize real, and the authenticity coming from you guys, just pretty much, whether there wasn't, a lot going on there, but you guys come out swinging and fucking kicked the door down and said, "Yo, we're here," and kind of in the face of everybody, and everyone's like, we're here for it.
Dude, being so well received by so many people has been just absolutely fucking unbelievably sick. I mean, because we have never, like I said, had any type of exposure like this with any of our bands. And then when we started this, that was our intention. Like, we got one last motherfucking let's go. Let's give it as much hell as we can. And then we did what we were supposed to do. And then the universe was just like, boom. And it's just like been blowing up, dude. It's been awesome.
Yeah. You also get what you put in, man. You guys put in a lot of work where you are to get it going, and people see it. So,
yeah, dude, and just trying to stay positive about it all, and like keeping the creative community and like our people at the forefront of our mind and intention, I think, is what, keeps people involved, because everybody feels like they have a place. It's not like they're outside of. At least that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bad. Hey, let me ask you. We haven't got this far. Where'd the name come from? How'd you get the name Vile Mind?
It was in a dream. It was a dream I had. I was having a dream, and I kept thinking it was like a sound I had in my head, and I was like vile, and we were texting about it, and then in the group chat, and I was like, "Oh, Vile Mind," and then we just stuck with it. It was like a dream.
Wow, that's interesting.
Bro. What's
I wouldn't have thought that.
Bro, I'm a kind of a crazy fuck. So, but listen to this. What's cool as fuck, dude, is we scheduled our first band practice like 2 months out. And then like a week before the band practice, I found out that on that day, all of the planets in the solar system were aligned on the day we had our first practice. And I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Sign. It's a sign.
It is a sign. Dude, and yeah, with all the, all the attention since, it's how shit works.
Keep pushing, man.
It just worked, dude. I'm telling you, it just works. You just believe it. It just happens. I'm telling you.
Love, we got to get you boys up here. You got to do
dude.
Northern, Chicago, Detroit, fucking
absolutely
back to Pittsburgh. Hit something on the way to Pittsburgh. Go to Wheeling. There you go.
There you go. Dude,
we want to come play Detroit so bad. Detroit's always held a special place in our heart for Detroit hardcore and people from Detroit, and it's always been like special to us. And I've never got to play in Detroit, and I want to go play in Detroit bad. Dude. I want Detroit to show me what the fuck.
Yo, Detroit, listen up. We want to play there. That's for real.
Holler.
Yay, we're right here, dude. You had mentioned you come up to a tattoo artist here in Ann Arbor before we got started, right, Nate? What was his name again?
His name, so the name of the tattoo shop is Name Brand Tattoo. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. There's only 2 tattoo shops in Ann Arbor. The other one is also an amazing shop called Spiral Tattoo. But Name Brand, is owned by Jeff Zuck, and he's my favorite tattooer. So I'll try to go up there a couple of times a year and get tattooed. And I've been tattooed by most of the other guys there too. And what's funny is I was actually talking to, was it Cam? I think it was Cam from D Block a couple weeks ago, because he's putting on a show in Ann Arbor.
This Friday coming up at the Metal Frat. Yeah.
Oh, that's this Friday?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I was talking, so I asked him, I was like, so what's the scene like in Ann Arbor? Because I love Ann Arbor. I want to come play in Ann Arbor. And he was saying that I couldn't remember if he was very sure. He wasn't sure how the turnout was going to be, or didn't know what the scene was like, or I'm not sure.
Okay. So Ann Arbor, it can be 30 minutes or an hour from like the Detroit hardcore scene. You're pretty much, but anybody who's Ann Arbor, they come to Detroit shows. And if there is a show in Ann Arbor, which isn't as much as it used to be, because everything's just so condensed down to Detroit, for the most part.
Right.
But they have a place called the Metal Frat. It's been there for years. I know it's, has its ups and downs, but at one point it was a thriving hardcore venue, and a lot of shit happened there, a lot of cool shows. I can't think of anything off the top of my head at the moment, but they've been coming back with shows and doing cool shit. So it's crazy that D Block's playing there. And I also want to shout out my boy Hunter. He has a dispensary that's like right down the street from there called the Jungle House Dispensary. If anybody's going to that show that's listening right now, stop in. You can smoke there too. There's a smoke lounge. You can smoke there too.
Michigan's wild with that shit. As soon as you pull into Michigan, it's like billboard,
weed everywhere.
Weed. Walking down the street, they got people barking outside trying to get you to come in and get their shit. I'm like, God damn,
$20 ounces. Like, what the fuck? It's
Yeah,
wild.
so fuck all the other ones and go to Homeboys.
yeah. Especially if you're going to go to the Metal Frat Friday because it's right there. Fuck it.
Oh, then there you go.
And it's all, and you can smoke there. One time before a Pain of Truth show, back in like January or February, they were coming through. I don't even remember with who, but he held like it was like a wake and bake session with Pain of Truth because he has like a smoke lounge, which there's only one in Ann Arbor, and it's his. You can smoke there. Nowhere else in Ann Arbor you can smoke like on the grounds where you bought it.
Oh, that's rad.
So yeah, it was. They just came in early before the show, and they're all about smoking. So it was just a cool fucking event. Maybe 20 to 30 people showed up, but anymore it was going to be fucking packed. So it was like an intimate smoke session. If you smoke, I don't know if you do or not, but it was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Detroit hardcore, but yeah, Ann Arbor's fucking sick. D Block is doing like a Michigan State thing this weekend. They're playing in Ann Arbor and then in Lansing because those are both the two prominent colleges with.
Oh, right.
So that's kind of the idea.
Is there like a rivalry there or whatever?
Yeah. U of M versus Michigan State. It's like Spartans, and I don't watch football. What's the fucking Michigan Wolverines? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not a football guy, but
I
don't fucking know. But they're have you listened to Cyclops yet?
Dude, Cyclops fucking rips.
That band is badass. They're playing the Saturday show with D Block up in Lansing, which is about maybe an hour from Ann Arbor, but it's close, and they do have their own scene there as well. So.
Oh, rad.
Yeah. And it's also on the college campus because that's where the Metal Frat is on U of M's college campus. And then they're playing at this place called the Monty House, which is also on Michigan State's college campus. And there's also a hardcore scene. Actually, it's pretty thriving up there. They're a little bit further than Ann Arbor, but they have a lot going on. They have their own little fucking satellite scene that does well. And, we all, when there's big shows, everyone's at the same show.
Groups together. Dude, it is like a dream of mine to get to play at that fucking Edgemond place up there. Dude, I want to play that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Bro, no, fuck that. My dream's much bigger than that. I got to figure out how to get Vile Mind on Tied Down. I don't know how. I don't know who I got to get the music to or whose toes I got to lick. But I'll fucking do it.
I seen when they put out that thing, like name 3 bands that you want to see on Tied Down. There's a lot of people. I seen a lot of Vile Mind on there, man.
Dude, I did too. We were freaking the fuck out about it.
You heard it now. Nate will lick toes.
I will.
Curtis, Jimmy.
Yeah, bro. I was getting notifications that people were tagging us a fuckload in the Tied Down post about who do you want to see, and I was like, this is insane. Yeah. We were freaking out. That was so sick, man. That made my day. That was so cool.
And for the record, we don't want to wait till next June, though. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. Hell yeah. Dude, we want to – that's our plan is I've been talking, like I was telling you earlier, talking to Andrew and
from Grand Rapids. Andrew Gwynn, shout out. Yeah,
Andrew Gwynn, shout out. He was super cool to me at This Is Hardcore and had heard the band and shit and wanted us to come up. So we're trying to work out a show up there with him, hopefully at the beginning of the year or like spring or something. But I'm definitely down to come up to Detroit anytime. I'll have to get a hold of somebody and just make it happen.
Anytime,
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of spaces for shit to happen, and whether it's either Grand Rapids or for fucking Detroit or Ann Arbor, it's like
I want to bring them. I want to bring them down here, so.
Hell yeah.
I want to bring D-Block and shit down here so the kids can see him in hometown because I'm sure they'll gain a lot of
D-Block Vile Mind Run. Oh shit!
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I'm talking about. You got the right mindset, buddy.
I can put it to. Yeah, I can curate it in my head. Fuck, how awesome it would be! It'd be great. Just fucking like a tornado running through the Midwest, fucking shit up.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to play that show. That show we're playing on November 14th with Years Spent Cold in them because I feel like our music, our sound kind of sticks out like a sore thumb on that bill, but I think it's going to be a good thing. You know what I mean?
Like the best way, yeah.
Yeah, I think it will too. And I don't know, man. If you looked at the flyer, you're like, I've seen that name. I've seen that name, Vile Mind. Where have I seen that? Oh, it's the guy with the fucking crazy back tattoo and the knife.
The knife, yeah, the knife guy. Bro, I swear to God, we had we had people that make knives like messaging me and us to try to send
Knife
us knives
sponsor.
for like a knife sponsorship.
You'd be the first hardcore band with a fucking knife sponsor. Like,
I know, dude.
We had like a running joke that like every show Nate plays, like the knife's just gonna get bigger until he has like a goddamn fucking Excalibur sword on his fucking side.
Yeah, and then this is hardcore. Joe Hardcore came out with a literal fucking Excalibur sword on his, and I was like, "There we go, there we go,
dude." That's it. That's it. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna gift you a knife. I'm gonna find a big ass knife and give you one.
Oh yeah, and I don't know, one of our homies that comes to the shows, there was a picture taken of him at the gathering, the Juggalo gathering, the Vile Mind shirt, and so. I fucking sent an email to them trying to get Vile Mind to play the gathering next year. I'm still waiting to hear back, but I made that little. It's like a rip the ICP guy, the Hatchet Man. I made one of him for a Vile Mind shirt, but he's got a knife instead of the hatchet. When we play the fucking gathering next year, we'll make the shirts.
When we play the gathering next year.
Yeah, when we.
It's not if, it's when.
It's literally when.
Just play outside in the parking lot. Regardless, you'll be there.
Exactly.
Fuck. Well, it sounds like you got a future planned out.
Yep.
And
gathering, and then we quit.
Yeah, that's your only goal, to play the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, that's really why we're doing everything we said before was a lie.
Yeah, that's just all.
Really just to get to the pinnacle of our career, the gathering.
Look, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, you know?
No, it doesn't. Heaven on earth.
I'm sure you can reach some lost souls at the gathering, that's for
sure. For sure, bro.
Some motherfuckers need help, man.
It'll be wild. We'll bring Mark, too, so we got good video evidence of us converting.
Converting, yeah. Fucking drag those people away, man.
Yeah.
They got vile minds. Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's why we would do well. I think they would just like the name.
You're like, I got a vile mind. Yeah,
me too.
They must understand us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so one thing we didn't talk about, Nate, so I want to save it. How we mentioned you like coming up to Ann Arbor to get tattoos. You yourself is a tattoo artist, and you're explaining it's kind of crazy your journey because it hasn't been very long. And you're very talented, by the way. Let me go ahead and say that first.
Well, thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate it, man. It's just been a crazy fucking life, dude. Like I was telling you, I started hanging out in the tattoo shop when I was real young, probably 15 or 16. I walked into the tattoo shop asking for an apprenticeship, and they were like, "Well, do you draw or do you have a portfolio?" And I was 15. I was like, "No." So they were like, "All right, we'll just hang out and see what happens." So I just started hanging out in the tattoo shop and ended up just turning into like a party animal, running the fucking streets and going to shows and hanging out in bars way too 15 years old in the bars and shit. So that's when, the disease of addiction started to spiral out of control for me then. And I just traded every dream and aspiration I ever had to the disease of addiction, dude. That's just how it was. I lived, breathed, and slept getting more dope for, many years. And so after I got clean, my wife, I actually met my wife right when I got clean, and we got together, and we started out with two babies. She had her daughter Olive, which is my fucking daughter. She's been my daughter since she was one. And then my biological daughter, Sailor. And we didn't even have any place to live. You know what I mean? We were straight up homeless, going back and forth from places. And so it was like many years of us working. I was working while she went to nursing school and she got her RN. And then I went to physical therapy school. And as soon as I got out of physical therapy school, really long, crazy story, but I got a house, and then I reconnected with a dude I knew from way back. And it was just like I had one last chance to do the thing I always wanted to do, to be a tattooer. I had one shot, and he said he would help me out, but he didn't know who he was fucking with, because I came home and I started drawing that day. I'd never drawn. This was 5-6 years ago. I'd never drawn. I couldn't draw a fucking thing. I'm not super great at it now, but I get by. And I just worked my fucking ass off super duper hard. And I was I was like I am with the band. I just didn't leave him alone. Like he wouldn't answer my phone calls. He'd be at places and I'd just show up because I knew he was trying to ghost me, and just made it work. I worked at the hospital as a physical therapist for like a year, doing 3 days a week. And the other days I was at the tattoo shop painting and cleaning and learning everything I could. And as soon as I could, I jumped out of that. But it's all just been a huge risk because I didn't have any backup plan. And I'd spent all this time in school and got all this debt for, apparently no reason. But now, looking back, 5 years ago, we did the right thing. We took the risk. We just had faith that it was going to work out because it felt like it was the right thing to do. And it was definitely the exact right thing to do. I've had plenty of clients and people that I know come and make sure I have enough money to support my family. And it's been rewarding and set me up to be able to have a band and be free with my schedule to live a life that I want. And so it was definitely like a weird, coming of age kind of story, and putting a lot of footwork in and a lot of effort, and first getting a little apartment and then getting the house and then paying to get my license back and undoing all these knots from active addiction, along with, being a member of Narcotics Anonymous and, being sponsored and working steps and sponsoring people. And so the last, 13 years for me has been a really crazy journey of bringing myself and my family and people around me and all of us really bringing ourselves out of a really super dark place where, dude, we're living on the streets, sharing needles and shit, real deal shit that I have, a lot of us have been trying to work through for the past decade or so. And what's been great is what I didn't expect, to be honest, is that when we started this band, I wrote all the lyrics we have like 6 songs. I wrote all the lyrics to those songs in like 4 days in like a manic spiral. I wasn't sleeping. We were snowed in. I wasn't sleeping or eating. I was just like jotting shit down on paper and like sweating a lot and like losing my mind over. But it was literally like there was trauma in me from losing so many of my friends and shit that even with step work and shit like that, it just hadn't worked its way out of me because I needed to express myself in a very specific way through hardcore because that runs through my blood. You know what I mean? So it's like when I was able to write these songs about leaving my friends in the fucking dirt and having to walk away from them and feeling like I betrayed them and the loss and having survivor's guilt and being angry for the cancer I had when I was 19 and seeing my mom suffer and like all this stuff in a way that was intrinsically me, that was creative in a way that was hardcore for me, was super therapeutic and healed me in a lot of ways I didn't expect it to. So this was a question about tattooing, but it's just been a really crazy journey over the past 13 years. And Vile Mind and the Music Collective and how this is going is just like a culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of different people over the past decade to heal themselves, learn how to communicate better so we can love one another the best we can, to make music and do this thing we love and create community and shit. And that's the real deal answer.
Dude, that's fucking badass. Badass. And you are a great tattoo artist, by the way.
Thanks, man.
With all that, though, I mean, nothing else to say. We could end it now on such a high note like that, and I think that's the way we should leave it, honestly. That's perfect, man.
It sounds good to me, dude. I love you. And like, I wasn't trying, and I want to say this real quick. I wasn't trying, if it came off, to make that me-centric. Everybody in the band, everybody that we're surrounded with has also done a lot of this work. And then that's why it was so strange that we had all come together at this like same time to like do this thing together. Like Mike's gone over the last 10 years and opened his own fucking a super successful, super sick barbershop, and takes care of his family and his people. And like everybody had to get their shit together, it seemed like, so we could have this thing together. But that's just the last thing I'll say. I didn't want to.
No, that's great. No, man, to pass it back to Mike. That's fucking cool. I didn't realize you owned your own shop, dude. That's also badass. Yeah, you're living your dream and as an entrepreneur and doing your thing. And I know that comes with a lot of hard work and headache and fucking no paycheck and stress.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Anxiety. And so, you know, man,
It's all the payoff to get to where we are now, to
Yeah.
get to fucking jam and fucking write music and be with the homies and just fucking live our life to the fullest, man. That's what we're doing.
dude, that's badass. It gives me more inspiration to break away from my fucking the job that I work for other people, man. You guys do your own thing, and I've been thinking for like, how can I get out of fucking working for somebody else? I'm making them money, you know. Fuck them.
Right.
And,
yeah, dude. And if it's, you know, I totally believe if it's something that you want to
Yep.
do and you've got a plan, that's your intention, you absolutely can do it, dude.
Yeah,
You
hard
fucking
work.
Totally can.
It's badass.
Yeah, you're the man, dude. Thanks for having
Yeah,
us.
you're
on,
the
dude.
man.
This was
You
a
guys
lot
We really
of fun.
appreciate it.
I appreciate the fuck out of you guys, and I can't wait to see what happens with everything. And if there's any, real quick, I know you got a couple shows coming up. Anything to drop on people in the area, or I know you're going to fucking Brooklyn. How close are
Yeah.
these shows? Just put it out there real quick.
October 1st in Huntington, we got the HMC, we got Haywire. Then we're going to Brooklyn, New York, October 11th. I think it's the Lucky 13 Saloon,
Yeah.
playing with Brick by Brick and a few other bands. November 14th, we've got the Pittsburgh show with Power of Fear and a bunch of good bands. What is
Fire
it?
in the Blood.
Fire in the Blood. They're fucking sick. Just shout out to HMC. Shout out to Bad Terms. Shout out to West Virginia Hardcore.
Oh yeah, and it's not announced yet, but we're playing Louisville on November 15th.
That's
They just haven't
Spinelli's.
announced the show.
Yeah, it's Spinelli's, so that's gonna be sick.
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
that's
That's
what we
gonna be
got.
sick, maybe.
and
Yeah.
Vile Mind Hardcore on Instagram or HC. Is there underscore in there somewhere?
Just Vile Mind HC at Instagram on Instagram.
Yeah, Wildmine
Perfect.
HC. And then, yeah, the Huntington Music Collective is at Huntington Music Collective. You can go if anybody's interested. We post all the flyers and everything we're doing up there.
There's
We
constant updates all the time, constant, you know, different things.
Good.
So
It sounds like a great thing for you guys' community, not just hardcore, but you know, the city with people would know where to go can come there. So that's
yeah,
cool.
dude. Thank you so much, Rob.
thank
Really
you, man. We
appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it for real.
Yeah, dude, it's
Hey,
great.
stay in touch with us, man. Keep up with me. Message me and shit.
Yeah.
We'll fucking hang
100%.
out.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
homies now. I'm not going nowhere.
All right,
Absolutely,
we're friends
bro.
now, baby.
Cool,
See
man.
you
I'll talk to
soon.
you guys soon.
All right,
Later.
later.
All right, thanks.